please move toward the middle and leave the ends of the aisles vacant for people arriving, as every seat in the stadium will be taken. So please, condense up. If you're on the end, move in a little. Plenty of people still to come.
season off to a good start.
Ladies and gentlemen,
sponsors today are Melbourne United, proudly sponsored and supported by the major sponsors: Roll Vietnamese, Tide Power, DoorDash, Dream Street Lending, and Trojan Tools. Don't forget, Melbourne United is wearing their brand new NBL23 home uniform tonight. This season, United will be bringing the blue jerseys drop in the Melbourne United online store at 10 a.m. this Wednesday, September 14th. Head to the shop, melbourneunited.com.au, and get kitted out with a brand new uniform. We've got 3 prizes on offer. Top prize is a 5-game membership for Melbourne United. Second prize valued at $200, a season pass to the KC Cavaliers NBL1. And third prize, a $100 KC Cavaliers merchandise pack will be coming around with raffle tickets. A couple of us can win you in Melbourne United membership. Don't forget your Melbourne United merchandise as well at the front foyer. You still after a jersey or a cap. Melbourne United merchandise as well at the front foyer. Defense!
Yeah, that's been happening the whole time. The only thing he asked me to change was that
I don't have any overlays on here, so I got overlays now.
Oh, thank you everybody for doing the Macarena. I'm watching.
It's showing bars, but it's showing audio. Yeah, it's online. No, it shouldn't.
Definitely the camera line, because we can hear, I can hear on this, you guys talking. There, right.
Let me hear your hands. Oh, game on.
It doesn't look like the hot screw fits up here. It's not on the hot screw properly. So I'm going to have to try and disconnect this. Huh? That's not the cables. I need.
Test 1-2. Melbourne United 28, Brisbane 24. Halfway through this second period here at Casey. United out to a fast start, and Brisbane have kept in check. As Devondrick Walker takes it inside, lays it home off the glass. Cuts the lead to 2. Joel Peterson and Peter Hawley with you at Casey Stadium. A sold-out crowd in here in Melbourne's southeast. Brisbane winners on Thursday between these two sides. Rajon Tucker's been electric early, 10 points. He steps back for 3 and 1.
Well, he needed that one to go. Missed the last couple, and there's that little Energizer Bunny. Hasn't flexed since probably the first. Big knockdown and one opportunity. We're all set here to go. This is going to be a really good rest of this game, and all the technical difficulties behind us. Ready to finish this one out strong, but I think what's impressed me most has actually been both coaches so far. We know it's a pre-season game, but every time there's a bit of a letdown or a breakdown, straight away, quick timeout. They don't care. They want to fix it, and they want to make sure that the culture they're trying to play with is Tanner Krebs. What's the moves on Jordan Caroline? It's the foul call. Going to go to the free throw line, but we'll catch you up with a few of the leading scorers so far. Rajon Tucker has 14 points. Had 6 of them in the first couple of minutes. Jordan Caroline, 5 points. Chris Golding, 5 points. And for the Brisbane Bullets, well, nice even kill. Tanner Krebs has a 6 points. Chance to add to that here. Devondrick Walker. Walking bucket at this stage. He's got 8 points as well.
He just gets in there and shoots it. There's not a lot of fear in Devondrick Walker's game. Krebs misses the first of 2. All 6 points from him have come from behind the three-point line to this stage. Melbourne 22-18 after 1. They've outscored Brisbane 10-9 so far in the first half of this second quarter. Here's Radan Mays going the full length of the floor. Johns did enough to disrupt the shot and then pulled down the defensive rebound for Brisbane. Radan Mays was quickly trying to poke it away from him. Back out there. And now Krebs into the corner. Walker couldn't get it to go. Caroline bounces it off the back of his leg. And it's in Melbourne United hands. So Tucker's got 14. Golding's made an couple of nice moves. Beautiful dribble move from Chris Golding, but can't get it to go from downtown. But he looks a little bit more locked in than he was on Thursday night. Walker's going to fire away. Bang!
Quick timeout, Dean Vickerman. Just what we're talking about. Jordan Caroline has been limping for the last quarter or so. We're going to have a little look at him here during the timeout, but any sort of quick breakdown, anything that goes wrong on the defensive end especially, Dean Vickerman's not happy. They start a 6-0 start. Melbourne United, one mistake led to an open 3-ball and quick timeout. He's not settling for anything less.
No, both coaches have had pretty quick triggers tonight, as you said earlier, Pete. Jordan Caroline's hit the deck a couple of times pretty solidly, so hopefully he's okay. He's not moving as freely as he would have liked. And they defensively started this game with far more energy and intensity than we saw from them on Thursday night, Melbourne United. That was a real feature of that opening quarter.
Well, it was, and it was something that we knew we were going to expect from Melbourne United after how poor they were on Thursday, and just got completely out-executed was the main takeaway from Thursday night. And Dean Vickerman not happy at all. Doesn't matter when you play any sort of preseason game. The Blitz is around the corner starting next Friday, but he's going to build everything on the defensive culture and identity that he always has. That's what leads them to always being successful. So the way they went about business on Thursday and take nothing away from the Bullets, because the Bullets were absolutely phenomenal. Just walked through stuff essentially, but executed unselfish ball movement, player movement, picked Melbourne United apart completely. So we're expecting a bit of a bounce back, and that's what we got. But even still now, every time Melbourne gets on a little run, Bullets fire back with some nice solid plays. They're not going to go too many breakdowns themselves defensively, and that's why we got a good game again.
They were 59% from the field on Thursday, Brisbane. 37% from behind the three-point line. 26 assists, 13 or plus 13 points from turnover as well. Melbourne United minus 18 in paint points. Didn't have a fast break point to Brisbane 7 and outscored 45-17 off the bench. Golding from downtown can't get it to go. They fight for the rebound inside.
That's the playmaking of Rajon Tucker. So right now, he's going to be the ball handler. No Shea Illy. He's still out with concussion. Tan May's the starting point guard, but then Rajon Tucker going to handle the rock. And it's the kind of versatility Dean Vickerman will have with Tucker. You can play Caroline at the 5 sometimes. Tucker's strong enough to guard the 4, or if we need him to handle the ball. But with one quick step, he is gone.
Here's Walker. And he's got 11 points in the ball game for Brisbane. Slings it cross court to back to Walker. Johns rumbles his way down the lane.
Nice finish.
Soft touch.
Really nice finish and a nice little pocket pass, and that was the highlight of what we saw on Thursday. Just nice little pick and roll games, pick and pop opportunities, and that is just way too easy.
You can't let Chris Golding turn the corner. He gets inside, takes a hit on the way through, kisses it off the glass, and he'll go into the line to add the bonus.
Spoke a little bit before the start of this game, and Chris Golding in the games before the Blitz, and even the Blitz, doesn't get out of neutral. And even in that play there, barely got out of neutral into first gear, just slowly turned the corner. Big breakdown on the defensive end. And he got all the way to the hoop for the foul as well. And see Tyler Johnson just at the top of the screen talking to Devondrick Walker. Now, was super excited seeing him warm up at the start of this one. It's about 40 minutes of getting through his paces and thought he was going to be putting on Bullets colours for the first time. Was not to be. As we see, Jordan Caroline's gone back to the locker room, still dealing with a little bit of a limp. He's not accompanied by the physio, so that's probably the promising side. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah, hopefully he's A-OK. Pass inside, Walker, able to handle it, but his fall-away jump shot was off the money. The rebound falls the way of Malawach.
Oh, my.
Tucker puts the move on, gets inside, he's fouled on the way in, lost the handle.
He's just such a tough cover.
Skips away and, again, flexes even when he doesn't get a shot up.
I mentioned previously on Thursday, and even to start this one, the big question mark for Tucker is going to be that consistency shooting from outside. But he's not shy. He's going to take it if you give him that opportunity. He's already knocked down 2 of 5 tonight, and if he knocks down 1 out of his first 4, then he's going to demand a little bit more respect.
One thing we know about him is we're never going to be sitting there thinking, I wonder whether he can do it. Because we'll find out. Either way, he will let us know.
Oh, absolutely. And that's exactly what he wants. And as we said, if he does make you take a 1 step closer, there's probably not too many who are going to be able to keep him out of the paint. He's got the ball on a string, but he's just such a wiry athlete that can just get past you with 1 dribble. Another watch, no good on that 3 ball. And here goes Ding. Uh-oh.
Oh, he tried to go upstairs, and Malawach was right there with him. And they raced down the floor. And it's going to be Ding to go to the line. Set up the meeting at the rack there, the 2 of them. Malawach coming soaring in over the top to make the defensive play and add a little bit of contact with it. 36-32. Melbourne, just over 3 minutes remaining in this second period. Joel Peterson and NBL champion Peter Hooley with you. This pre-season clash at Casey Stadium in Melbourne's outer southeast. The last one before both of these teams head to Darwin for the Blitz next week. Melbourne United start their campaign in the top end with Illawarra, Brisbane with New Zealand. Earlier today, the Breakers getting a 3-point win over the Hawks in a pre-season match over on New Zealand. Newley's 3 won't go.
Oh, good hustle.
Porty's in there to fight for the rebound and diving on the floor. Throwing his weight around.
No Isaac Humphries in this game, so Porty playing bulk of the minutes at the 5. Dave Barlow has a little bit of a sprinkle just before.
So Krebs out there with Statman back. Johns and Deng for Brisbane. Radan Mays with Aquera, as well as Porty, Malawach and Newley for United. Here's a 3 for Krebs, who knocks it down. His 3rd 3-ball of the evening.
It's really good. In the 1.5 preseason games so far, Tanner Krebs been exceptional in the NBL 1 North. The Gold Coast alongside Jason Kadeve. It looks like he's in for a really strong NBL campaign, and Brad Newley and one. Veteran Brad Newley putting his head down, hooping the harm. But back to Tanner Krebs. We speak about the superstars of the Bullets, and now they're missing their main three guys, make no mistake about it. Bainesy being one. Nathan Sobey, when he gets back, is going to be really exciting to see at full strength, at full health once again. And then Tyler Johnson, once he gets acclimated to the NBL, you'd expect to cause a few problems, which means their supporting cast, the guys like Tanner Krebs, Jason Kadee, Harry Frolling's been good so far in these couple of preseason games, are so important. If they want to win a title, you expect your superstars to do their thing. Supporting cast needs to come along for the ride.
They're all early mid-20s, so I think they've still got some upside, a lot of them. Here is Krebs again. Statman drives baseline. Going to have to try and hook it under the basket. It's knocked away. Radon Mays comes up with it for United. Two-man game with Hook Porty. He thinks he's got a match-up on Ding. Gets inside. Little hook shot won't go. Ding skies for the board. He wants to push it in transition. Ball movement has been a feature again so far. Brisbane. Krebs, turnaround jump shot won't go. Statman got a hand in for the rebound. Malawatch is back the other way. Flying in the open floor, takes it inside. Had to deal with a bit of contact in there, and Hook Porty was able to drag in the rebound and give United a second chance.
What a jump ball. It was good hustle from both teams, and guys like Jason Kadee, Harry Froling, a bit more of a minutes restriction tonight. Giving the chance to guys like Statman, Gak, Ding, Rasmus Bark, more opportunity.
Now, Gak is in the game again for Brisbane. Radon Mays steps into a free throw line jump shot.
That's just too much space for Radon Mays. That's exactly what he did all season long so successfully for the Hawks. Mid-range jump shot, he will live there. Got to close the gap on that screen, make him give it up.
Said the only coach he would have played for was Dean Vickerman if it wasn't Brian Goorjian. Made the switch from the Hawks to Melbourne United. Be a key part of what's ahead of United this campaign. Krebs kicks it outside, back from deep in the corner. Falling away to the baseline, just hoists it up and gets it to fall.
Nearly ended up in the front seat of my car after that one. That's how far he was falling away. A turnover here.
Krebs goes upstairs, absorbs some contact, and he kisses it home, and the Bullets have the lead.
Well, turnover. Uncharacteristic, and Tanner Krebs spoke so highly of him. Up to 12 points now.
So shot clock's not a factor here. 6 on the game clock to go to halftime. Radon Mays, step back, knocks it down, and beats the halftime buzzer. And the lead changes hands late in the opening half. But we go to the main break with only 1 point separating these two teams. Melbourne United led early. They've led for most of this match so far. And they go to halftime 42 to the Bullets 41 in what's been a pretty entertaining first half, Peter Hooley.
Oh, it has been. I mean, we saw the different intent from Melbourne United. No surprise. But what I love from James Duncan was he called the timeouts and he said, look, we expected this. Let's get back to what we were doing well. Sharing the ball, everybody getting a touch, and let's make some things flow. And again, they just turned it around. It looked like Melbourne United could go on a bit of a run. Quick timeout, refocus, and everybody chipping in once again. Real team effort. Devondrick Walker right now is just a point-a-minute scorer whenever he gets on the floor. And everybody else is just chiming in where they have to.
So Tucker's got 15 for United to lead the home side. And then Krebs has got 12. 3 of those on three-pointers. He has been impressive in the early stages. And Walker going with 11 points in that opening half. It's been an entertaining affair here at Casey. A sold-out crowd in. Plenty of people from Melbourne Southeast in to watch Melbourne United take on the Bullets in this second pre-season clash ahead of NBL 2023. United 42 to the Bullets 41 at halftime. We'll take a short break. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Half-time here at Casey, a sold-out Casey Stadium in the outer southeastern suburbs of Melbourne as United and the Brisbane Bullets continue their pre-season preparations ahead of NBL23. And it's a one-point game at half-time. Melbourne United 42 to the Brisbane Bullets 41. Joel Peterson and NBL champion Peter Hawley with you for this clash. Great to have you with us, whether you're watching via the NBL website, on YouTube, via Facebook, or of course on the NBL app. You can get all the pre-season action there, and then of course NBL Blitz that starts next week. Melbourne United tonight in their new home blue strips. They'll be wearing that in home games throughout the season. Those uniform or the jerseys will drop at the online store at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, September 14. So shop.melbourneunited.com.au to get yourself the new Melbourne United blue home kit. What do you think of the blue, Peter Hawley?
I like it. Just going away from a little bit, just slowly getting a little bit more of a tinge into it.
A little bit of a pop of colour.
It's a nice little change. And I tell you what, overall though, all the teams around the league with their new jerseys slowly. Now, what I love is the Indigenous aspect of the majority of them. I think it's great because Indigenous around every year is such a highlight for obviously what it is, but especially the stories that go into the jerseys.
Yep.
Definitely. You see a couple of people around here that you can just know, Melbourne United fans and NBL fans, they're going to get a jersey every year, so why wouldn't you?
They'll be straight onto that. They will be straight onto that. And, of course, United membership's on sale too. It's the best value way to attend Melbourne United games. So a full season membership, or you can be a part season, so a 5-game or a 3-game member. Head to the Melbourne United website to find out more.
A couple of injury updates before the start of this third quarter, it looks like. Jordan Caroline, who we highlighted, got that left knee pretty nicely taped up, and looks like he's not going to start this second half on the floor. So we'll keep an eye on that. And Harry Froling, he's hanging up for the rest of the night. He's got an ice pack on his knee. Spoke to him before the game. He said that he would be in some sort of minutes restriction. So Harry Froling's night is done.
As soon as they go for the ice, that's generally the sign that there's no further part to be played. Jason Caddy's still out there. Tanner Krebs standing right in front of us, ready to get the second half started. DJ Mitchell, Gorgeoff Jack, and Cody Statman out there for United. Radan Mays, Tucker, Porty, as well as Awera and Golding out there for United. First offensive possession for Brisbane. Statman's 3 won't go, and then Keys straight away 3 ball. He's a little bit short. Tucker tracks down the rebound. Almost a miscommunication with Aquera. Golding comes off a screen. Back out to Tucker. 15 in that first half for Rajon Tucker. Likes the look of the 3 ball. Why not?
Well, if he's knocking that down, anywhere around 35%, if you get more than 35%, I think it's a big positive for a guy like Rajon Tucker, but anywhere around that, and he's going to be extremely hard to contain in this league. He's just so exciting to watch. And you can see the offense going side to side, and they're trying to get him downhill. That's where you want him. That's where he's at his best. He's got that quick first step, super strong. That's going to be a foul there. Matan Mays just handing the cookie jar. Can't do that on Jason Cadee. He is just too smart of a veteran. As soon as he feels that contact, he's going to launch it up and go to the free throw line. He scored the 4 points in the first half, but these are the kind of games where there's not a whole lot for Jason Cadee to prove in these games. He's trying to bring the other guys along for the ride when they're missing their key pieces. Just always so composed.
5th season at the Bullets, one of a handful of players to go from James Duncan's first year into the second. Of course, no Baines, no Sobey, no Tyler Johnson, no Tyrell Harrison for Brisbane this evening. Peatling, Illy and Humphreys not out there for Melbourne. Isaac Humphreys did play on Thursday night, but not stepping out tonight. 45-42. Porty goes to work down low.
Too long in the key. It was a nice little ball movement. Porty got to the dunker spot, but wasn't able to get the ball up in time. 3 seconds, another turnover. Good opportunity for us to see a little bit more of David Aquera. Just going from strength to strength, coming off his little boomers in the off-season, played for the Sabres, NBL1 South.
First season with a full contract after being a development player for United. These three won't go. Tucker's back the other way. Here is Aquera. Thought about stepping into a triple. Almost lost the handle. Got it out to Golding. Deep three-pointer from Chris Golding. Won't go. Porty with the offensive board. Poked away by Gack. They're going to reset here. United. Tucker rolling downhill. Out to Radan Mays for three. That one's a long way off. Porty goes to fight for the rebounds. He gets caught up in a bit of contact. And it's going to stay United ball. 2 minutes played here in this third period. 45-42 United. They lost by 28 on Thursday. Oh, Porty went inside, lost the handle at the critical moment. Looking to throw down a monster jam. Statman the other way. Gack, little turnaround hook shot is nice.
Well, that's the way to make him pay. Melbourne United still trying to get back on defense. And Hook Porty, I saw that coming about 3 seconds prior, but just slipped on his way up.
He almost had too long to think about it. Little elbow jumper from Tucker. Can't get it to go. He's first in there for the rebound to lay it home. He's got 20 for the second time in Melbourne United colours.
Pretty efficient 22. Rajon Tucker, what a move. DJ Mitchell. Nice little pro hop. I'll tell you, we had an update on Jordan Caroline in terms of that left knee. He's got the ice on it. It's very early in the preseason, so you wouldn't expect them to risk anything right now.
Important in that first half was Caroline. Just the 4 points, but brings so much energy and physicality out there for United. Here's DJ Mitchell. Coming off a pretty good season with Limburg in the Dutch League. 16 points a game. Shot 39% from downtown.
Another one of those supporting cast members to come along for the ride this season. The Bullets already. I mean, it's so early, but you can see the different kind of style they want to play. The excitement that's going to continue to build around this roster when they get back to full strength.
No shortage of top-end talent as Tucker takes it inside and bounces off Gack. He'll step to the line for two.
There's that explosiveness from Rajon Tucker. Which, as we said, knocked down that three-point shot just a little bit more consistently. Then you're going to have to take that extra step forward closer to him to respect him. And that's what he wants you to do, because if you take one step closer to him and you don't have the agility to get side to side, he's gone in a flash.
Only needs a second or two and he'll be straight past you. That shot it okay. He's 3 of 6 from downtown tonight, so that would be an encouraging sign for Brisbane. Splits them at the line, so it's a 3-point United lead. 21 for Tucker, the leading scorer out there. Krebs with 12 for Brisbane to lead them. He's not out there on the floor at the moment. Statman copped a hand in the face from his teammate in Gack and then threw it away.
Oh my.
Tucker in transition. And he's called for the block. Is Kadee, who can't quite believe that as he's dragged back up to his feet.
Tell you what, Kadee did well. Had to pick one side, and he picked the right way. Just referee thought he just wasn't there in time. But Rajon Tucker, we spoke about it in the first half. He gets the ball in transition. You have to foul him early because he is gone.
Yep, shut the gates when he gets it. Rajon will be off to the races. Thought about the three ball, gets inside, sprawling on the floor as he passes it up to Aquera. Barlow's out there for Melbourne United. Lazarus making another comeback as Golding has a three go in and out, but he's fouled.
Well, I might see a little bit in this second half, even this game. Chris Golding might have just got out of neutral. I don't know if it's first gear. Is there a gear in between? Or maybe stuck in between that. Maybe you'll get to first gear by the time he gets to the blitz.
He's trying to make the shift. He's got his foot on the clutch and he's making the shift from first to second.
And it's funny because so often you talk growing up is every coach will tell you can't just flick the switch on. He's probably the one player in the league who absolutely can do that when he needs to at the time and can put a game to bed.
Generally does pretty effectively as well. Not often that that there's a power failure when the switch is flicked. Look at Tucker clapping to the bench over there for Melbourne United after Golding sinks the second free throw and adds the third as well.
It's just so exciting. John Tucker, and defensively even has the ability to get sent to somebody and have a task to shut them down.
So 5-point lead to United. Have scored the first 6 points of the ball game to open us up. Statman gets inside, met Barlow solidly, and ricocheted back the other way, and Golding took it away from Kadee, intercepted the pass. Triplets there for United. Golding thought about stepping into a long triple. He got Gack up in the air, dribble move to get around him, step back jumper won't go.
Quick timeout here from James Duncan. United up 5. John Tucker just telling the referee that he's going to have a chat and calm things down on his side, which is always nice. He's man of the people.
He's certainly not short of a word, Ray John Tucker, whether it's to his teammates or to the referees. 5-point margin, 6:11 remaining here in this third period. Joel Peterson and Peter Hawley with you at Casey Stadium. Earlier today, New Zealand defeated Illawarra 71-68 over in New Zealand in their pre-season game. Isaiah Le'afa with 16 points off the bench for the Breakers. Brantley with 14. And Derek Pardon with 10 points, 12 rebounds for New Zealand. And Justin Robinson with 26 in fact for Illawarra in 41 minutes. So it's a big pre-season shift.
Well, it is. I'll tell you what, in terms of off-seasons, no one went through more of a change in the off-season than Illawarra Hawks. So Robertson, he's a really exciting player. They're going to rely on him heavily this season. But I'll tell you what, one of the guys from that game that I'm extremely high on ahead of NBL23, Jarrell Brantley. Now, at 14 and 6, but will go down and hopefully is one of the best two-way players in the league. Super strong, real physical, can really be a really good defender as well. And then with the departure of Finn Delaney, expect Coach Mayo to really unlock him on the offensive end.
Big season ahead of the Breakers, of course. So much upheaval for them in the last couple of years. United ball out of the timeout. Tucker, beautiful step back and gets it to go.
Well, he's a showman. He is a showman, and Melbourne United fans, strap yourself in.
A big crossover from Rajon Tucker as Kadee comes the other way and floats it home. You can imagine in front of a packed crowd, and even with the outlet pass cross court to Triplet there, he had the 3 fingers raised as Triplet put up the 3. Inside Gack, able to lay it home. He absorbs some contact and he'll go to the line to add the bonus.
Well, there's Jason Kadee. Any breakdown, he's going to find the open man. And what he does so well, he did it on Thursday, he's done it his whole career, but it's the timing of the passes from Jason Kadee. He puts it right in a position where you don't have to worry about anything else other than either a catch and shoot 3 or going up to finish the layup like Gack did there. Just times it so well.
Got the ability just to control the tempo as well when it needs to be slowing down. He'll be the one slowing it down and can push the pace when necessary. Here's Gack. Played some college ball at Florida before heading to Cal Baptist. Played in the Czech League most recently. Tucker goes all the way in a matter of milliseconds. He's got 25.
I think there's a reason everybody was so high on him. We're starting to see a little bit here. Can get to the free throw line. Well, what a pass.
He's an absolute blur.
Here he goes again.
Tucker, and he's away in the open floor. Again, turns the corner, kicks it out. Barlow, 3-pointer, no good.
He seems to have a really good motor. Because it goes flat out. He's like 120%, but as soon as he has to switch it back on and get up to full speed so quick.
He does have a switch. Maybe a different switch to that one that Golding has, but it certainly doesn't lack any power. 3 balls offline from Kadee in the corner.
Happy to give Tucker, I think it's more of a fuse.
Yes, because there's a fair bit of explosion that happens when it's lit. And it's not a very long fuse. Might be a big motor, not a long fuse. Here he is with a 3. That one rattles around and out. Cadee's back the other way for Brisbane. He's headed baseline, whistle on the play.
Found Chris Golding, Jason Cadee. Tucker going to take a seat. Got those 25 points in just 16 minutes. 8 of 12. Make it 8 of 13.
You could see pretty much from minute 1 tonight that he was going to be a big factor.
He's going to be a big factor for them all season long. Had to replace Joe Luala-Chul, Jack White and Delhi, but also had to bring in just enough pieces to fill it up offensively. What he's really going to do is create a lot of attention, which is going to get Chris Golding a lot of more open shots than he didn't have last year.
Devondrick Walker's gone down sore, clutching at his left knee there. Just absorbed some contact with Triplett and twisted awkwardly. 3 ball here for Johns, is off the front iron. Well done from back to fight for the rebound. They get a second look at it here, the Bullets. Johns to Walker, doesn't hesitate.
Such a nice stroke to Devondrick Walker, who looked like he got a knee to knee from Triplett and potentially might have been walking to the bench, but does not need any space or any time to get off a 3, and it's the same looking stroke every time, nothing but net.
The best comeback since Dave Barlow.
My.
Not quite retiring and making your way back out to the court, but he looked like he was headed to the bench and maybe some treatment in the medical room at least.
Well, you brought that up, Dave Barlow, and we know he's in the coaching staff, and I had a chat with him to write a piece about his announcement, and I asked him when it happened, when he decided to hang up the boots, and the first thing he said was, I haven't done that. Now, he's still running around NBL1, but he's going to be training, have this opportunity, so I don't know whether that means if there's an injury, replacement, or whatever, he'll be ready to go. Always keeps his body ready to go. But what it further means, so Dave Barlow, Exhibit A now, Lauren Jackson coming back to the World Cup. The next time a big name retires, is the collective community of sport just going to be like, yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right.
No outpouring of emotion and tributes. Just
We'll see you when you come back.
Yeah. See you courtside.
Tom Brady.
Yes.
Everybody's just going to drop the R word.
At least Brady waited a month or so.
Yeah, true.
Barlow's back within a week. The Bullets in the lead here, 56-55. 3.5 remaining here in the third. Joel Peterson and Peter Hawley with you at Casey Stadium. Awkward pass there from back. Finds Ding, who gets inside and loses the handle. Newley's the other way for Melbourne. Puts the shoulder down, gets inside. He can't lay it home. Back comes Bring It back the other way for Brisbane. Can't get around Barlow. He's fouled on the way through.
Well, that was nearly vintage Brad Newley getting out in transition, but it looked like caught a flat tire trying to go up. And finish with the right hand. But Ding's been exciting. There's this second game in Bullets colours. 4 rebounds, but we know he's extremely athletic. Running around for the Northside Wizards in NBL1 North, so would have had a chance to lean on guys like Mitch McCarron, Kevin White, Anthony Drimmick, just to further understand what it means to take the jump forward. NBL1 is an exceptional off-season league, but coming to the NBL is completely different. It is a massive jump up, and it's not like a jump from wherever you've been prior to get to NBL1. The jump from there up to the big leagues is significant.
Averaged 18 and 10 with Northside, so certainly productive. Brisbane hoping he can translate that to some productivity for them. So Brisbane now by 3. 58-55. Tick under 3 minutes remaining. Hook Porty turns baseline. He's double teamed. Kicks it out. Newley, 3 ball. In and out. As close as you'll go for Brad Newley. Walker, he fires up again. That won't go. And Malawatch pulls down the rebound for Melbourne. Both sides wasting no time with some early looks. Rattan Mays. He pulls up deep from 2. That's in and out. Johns and Hook Porty get tangled up underneath the basket. Foul going against the United big man.
It's going to be really big for Hook Porty. Now, Humphrey's not playing this one. He's still coming back from some injury setbacks in the last 18 months. Hook Porty not just throwing his fouls away. The key last season for him when he was backing up Joe Luala-Chul was Dean Vickerman was saying that he always goes 120%. So just to try and build his motor up, he could only go in short spurts. That's going to be another thing to watch as well, how they continue to do that as he gets up into his pro career, but also just staying out of foul trouble. Last thing you want to do if you're giving the starting centre nod is to go out there and hack someone where you don't need to. Then you pick up a foul that's accidental, and you have to sit down early, and that takes you out of all the rhythm that you can obtain.
All going to be part of his development, isn't it? As he builds his game at another season with United. Bullets can't add to their lead. It is the biggest lead of the game that they've had, this 3-point buffer. They get a second chance after Johns misses both free throws. He goes baseline and steps on the paint.
Great defense, great one-on-one defense from Hook Porty, moving his feet on Matt Johns' drive. Timeout here from Dean Vickerman.
58-55, Bullets are in front. 2 minutes 12 left here in this third period. 25 points for Rajon Tucker, who's been outstanding. 14 for Walker, coming off an impressive performance on Thursday night. 12 for Tanner Krebs, all of those coming in the first half. The fight's been pretty even here at Casey in this opening half. Melbourne again not shooting it spectacularly well from downtown. They're 5 of 20 from behind the arc. Brisbane 7 of 23.
Spoke to Greg Vandergent, assistant coach from the Bullets after Thursday night, and highlighted how impressive it was, the display they put on, and just evidently this quarter, first half and Thursday night, how much it's contrastingly different from last season. And if they can really get that continuing to roll when everybody comes back, they're going to be really tough to beat just because of the way they're going about it. But he also mentioned, yes, Baines is out, yes, Sobey's out, Tyler Johnson. Harold Harrison, he's a big piece for them, and he sprinkled out the idea that because of Baines' shooting ability, there will be opportunities to have both Harrison at the 5 and Baines at the 4. Now, I don't know how much that will happen. I don't know if it's a bit of mayo from the big fella, but if
like
that does
walking
happen,
into a pine plantation.
it is going to be really, really tough because we know Baines can pick and pop with the best of them. And Harrison clog up the keyway as well. So plenty of pieces to work with, but Devondre Walker, nice little pickup for them so far as well. His shooting,
Land of
crucial.
Land of the Giants up there in Brisbane. Oh, Tucker turned around there with a clenched fist at Krebs. He wasn't happy with the treatment. Walker's in there to calm him down. Have a little quiet word in his ear.
Devondre Walker just having a chat. Just saying, it's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday night.
We're out in Casey. There's a
I think
fast food shop around the corner. We'll go and get a burger after the game.
Well, I like to give myself credit for being a pretty good lip reader, but I think he said that the footy's not going too well if you're a Fremantle supporter. So that's just nice of him to let Tucker know before he checks his app.
Yep, Tucker's got flag mantle written
That's
on
why
his shoes.
he's ready to explode, but well diffused.
Nice little bit of counselling from Walker. 3-point Brisbane lead. Here is Tucker. Drives inside, taken away. Walker in the open court. Kicks it ahead to back, who had to reel in the loose ball. And now Krebs with another three-pointer.
Big knockdown from Tanner Krebs. Again, another one who I think's in for a really strong season. Played great in the NBL1 for Gold Coast and playing with supreme confidence, but looks in really good shape. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Tucker tried to detonate. He jumped from a long way back. Krebs from the corner, nowhere near it. Tucker maybe with an opportunity in the open floor. Aquera, this game's just gone up a notch in the last couple of moments. A little bit of intensity between these two teams. Rattan Mays, Brisbane by 6. Aquera in the corner. He got back up in the air. Newley now for 3. That won't go. As the shot clock expires, rebounded back. Rajon Tucker's already got 25, and he's looking to make a statement with his next 2 or 3, that's for sure. If nothing else, he's going to provide plenty of entertainment. Here's Johns, corner 3, yes.
Oh, they just keep ticking the scoreboard over. Extra pass, unselfish. This is beautiful basketball from the Brisbane Bullets once again. What impresses me most is they're just not rattled. No matter what, it looks like Melbourne might be getting a bit of momentum. They keep playing really solid defensively. That's what's been the key. They haven't done anything special. They're just not doing anything with too many breakdowns, forcing contested shots if they have to finish it through contact. And then when they get out in offense, slow it right down, extra pass, draw the extra help, wide open 3 or a layup. They've looked outstanding early, the Bullets.
Out to a game-high 9-point lead now, Brisbane, 64-55. Neither side has had a margin as big as this. Newley goes to work on Krebs. Turnaround won't go. Krebs pulls down the rebounds. They can slow it down as we get toward three-quarter time. Get the last look before we turn for home. I trail by 1 at the half. Here's Walker from long distance. Devondrick Walker splashes home another. And Brisbane turn for home up by 12.
Oh, Devondrick Walker, he is a walking bucket. That's the only way to describe it right now. 17 points in as many minutes. But that stroke is so pure. It doesn't need any time or space. You lower your hands, he's going to rise up and knock it down. He's got the 17 points. Tanner Krebs, 15 points at three-quarter time, 5 of 9 shooting. Jason Gee, the 7 points. Harry Froling only played the 6.5 minutes. He's been shut down with a knee injury, or maybe just a knee precautionary. Gak's been good, 8 points. Bark has 8 points. Melbourne United, you mentioned it, 25 points for Tucker, who he's going to put someone on a ridiculous post this year.
Yep.
It's not if it happens, it's when it happens. He's got 25 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Chris Golding, 11 points, and then a couple of guys on 4 points. But that defensive effort in that third quarter, give up 26 to put this out to 12. So if you're James Duncan, you're thrilled. Just keep hanging around, and then anytime you need to jump on a breakdown, a lapse in concentration for United, capitalise, and they've done that.
They look like a team, and I mean, it's only early, but what you can tell in this early stage with a team is whether they've got a bit of an identity and something that they're trying to build their game around. Clearly Brisbane do. It's that even if things aren't going their way, they're going to continue to move the ball. They're going to continue to find the open man. And that, so far, it worked for them on Thursday. And they may not be all on the same page. They might not have their best lineup out there yet with injuries and unavailabilities. But it's pretty clear the way they're looking to try and play this season, and it's working for them.
Well, it's exactly the culture that James Duncan was talking about on the Huddle podcast with Liam Santamaria. He said, look, take 10% of the talent back, but give me 25% more so that they can really all come along for the ride. Last season, they had such a talented roster when they were fully healthy. They had a lot that was out of their control. But the inconsistencies that they showed when they were out there, frustrating for the fans, but it was frustrating for the players and James Duncan. So he's basically saying from the start, I'm not dealing with that this season. I'm setting in a new identity. I want to bring back Brisbane Bullets basketball, and they've shown that. It was outstanding on Thursday. It was outstanding in that third quarter just then. And you think about it, adding Baines, that's a new dynamic the NBL hasn't seen before. For some time, I should say, from Aaron Baines. Sobey, which everybody's excited to see a fully healthy Nathan Sobey, who may have to be nursed through games at times with that bone bruising. Well, when he's out there, expect some fireworks. And then Tyler Johnson, well, we'll see how quickly he can adapt to the NBL.
Could be anything, really. The addition of Johnson in there. Here's Tucker going upstairs for the rebound, coming over the back of Bark. And if their defense can keep them in a few more games as well, Brisbane, then that's only going to hold them in good stead, because that was so often the problem for them last year, is that they just couldn't hold teams down at that end of the floor. If they can do that a little bit more this season, then they're going to give themselves a real chance to do some damage.
Well, that's going to help a lot with guys like Harrison and Baines out there. I mean, Aaron Baines, just
some serious rim protection.
Wow, and the size of him. I mean, Aaron Baines is a unique big man across the league where you have that size and strength, but has shown in his international career that he can jump out and hedge on screens. He can really blow it up. So you don't have to just keep him at home, which a lot of big bodies have had to do in the past. So it's a really nice puzzle for James Duncan to figure out.
Game high 12-point lead for the Bullets. Count to 10 as Rattan Mays takes it inside. He lays home 2. 4 points on the evening for Rattan Mays. Johns, now Statman. Yes, he connects on the 3.
There it is.
Instant answer for the Bullets.
Extra pass, knockdown from the Brisbane Bullets, who are shooting only 11 of 29 from 3.
Tyler Johnson's up on the bench calling out the coverages, which is good to see, along with Krebs, who's been outstanding for them. Johnson, he is involved, turning his back at the call from the refs. Already looks a pretty
Pretty animated.
tight-knit teammate.
Well, spoke to a couple of Bullets players beforehand, and said he's just fit in seamlessly. Like, just one of those guys just comes in and wants to get to work and has a lot of fun, which a lot of people think, okay, you bring in someone with so much NBA experience, maybe that takes some time, but clearly he's bought in already. If you're a good culture off the court, then good things happen on the floor. Oh, my.
Porty goes inside and throws it down.
He can do that with the best of them, Hook Porty.
Beautiful move. Kadee has it knocked away. And now Ratan Mays in the open floor lays it home.
Quick timeout here from James Duncan. Defense leading to offense. That's what Melbourne United want to try and bring consistently. But this is what I highlighted, I think it was at halftime or just before. What's really impressed me from the coaches tonight is from the first 2 minutes of the game, James Duncan called a timeout and said, no, let's get back to what we did well on Thursday. They fixed it. Then Dean Vickerman almost instantly said, well, I'm not happy with that, how we just responded, so I'll call one as well. The best part about these preseason games before the Blitz, try different lineups, try different solutions, try and find some answers. You want to get that blueprint ready to roll. It's going to take plenty of time, but you can start it now, then the rest of it has a chance to grow.
Set the expectation to build on. That's certainly what they'll be trying to do at the Blitz. And then, of course, when October rolls around, we'll be into things in this NBL season. 70-61, with 8.5 remaining. Tucker 25 leads all scorers. Walker's got 17, Krebs with 15. Golding with 11, the only other player in double digits for the evening. Joel Peterson and Peter Hawley with you at Casey Stadium. Bullets outscoring United 26-13 in that third period. Shooting 38% from behind the arc. The Bullets 11 of 29. United 5 of 22.
Vondrick Walker, 1 point a minute is what he's been averaging. Just ticked over the 19-minute mark. He's got 17 points, so he's not far away from putting one up, you wouldn't think.
Got some catch-up to do. Here he is, bringing the ball up for the Bullets. Kadee, Mitchell out there, Statman, and Gack for Brisbane. Golding, Ratan Mays, Porty, Tucker,
there you go,
and Triplet. Here is Walker. It's in and out. It won't go.
That Spanish action, a high pick and roll with the back screen, the shooter, caused more confusion for Melbourne United, who run that Spanish action themselves. Chris Golding tees one up.
From the logo just about. He's gone from long distance. Hook Porty found himself with the rebound. His putback came up a bit short. 9-point Bullets lead. Kadee. Mitchell loses the handle. Walker's stationary in the corner. Looks like he wants the rock. Ended up with it eventually. Now Kadee turns the corner. Walker, beautiful backdoor cut. Mitchell in the corner. Oh, he got Tucker up in the air. Shot was short. Tucker landed awkwardly, but he's up and okay. Ratan Mays back the other way for United. Walker's playing some high coverage on defense. Tucker, 3-ball, short. Walker pulls down the rebound.
A little bit gassed at times. Tucker, because he just goes so flat out. Vondrick Walker. Good defense, one-on-one from Zach Triplet.
And some extended minutes in this second half is Triplet. Kadee under the basket, out to Gack from the corner. That won't go. Off both sides of the iron. Tucker comes flying the other way. And
that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. Didn't hide that well. Vondrick Walker just trying to slow down Tucker. And I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep this stat, but Tucker might be one that causes some unsportsmanlike fouls this season due to that pace in the open floor. You want to try and slow him down. So many people do it illegally when they don't have a chance to really set their feet, put their body in line.
Got a real fear factor about him in that perspective, doesn't he?
Well, what we can keep an eye on is he's going to be high, put points on the board at will, but getting to the free throw line. I mean, this is going to be his 9th and 10th free throw. I had double-digit field goal free throw attempts on Thursday. Just that strength to be able to get hit and still force a shot up.
So 6 of 9 from the line tonight. This will be attempt number 10, and that one's good. So 8-point ball game. United will keep possession after the unsportsmanlike foul. Barlow, Golding, Tucker, Radon Mays, and Hook Porty out there in that new home blue for United. His jerseys will drop on Wednesday, September 14.
It's a 3-second violation on Chris Golding. And she's having a laugh about it. That's the Spanish action I was talking about, the Bullets run that Melbourne do as well. Tried to get to it and looked like a pretty quick whistle. Ultimately, it weren't set quick enough to get into it. Another turnover. Here come the Bullets.
What can Kadee manufacture? Waves away the screen from Mitchell. And again, now the screen from Gack. Turns the corner, 7 on the shot clock.
Offensive foul. That's a really good effort from Matan Mays. He was just fighting over every single screen, forced Gack to be a little bit more overzealous, trying to force the contact. Foul call. Jason Kadee not happy, saying that he's being held all over.
Good defensive possession from Xavier Ratan Mays. Just noticed the shoes of Ariel Hook-Porty. He's got the Uno logo, as in the card game, on the tongue of those shoes. A couple of cards on the side. Maybe he's trying to pitch himself as the wild card for the season.
Well, he's a very big personality. Very infectious amongst the group.
As long as it's not a draw 4, I think then they'll be right. Here's Ratan Mays, Barlow, Golding from the corner. Oh, rattles it in.
Oh, looked like got a bit of contact on that one too. Chris Golding, but good ball movement, which game delay warning. Melbourne United not giving the ball back.
Golding's yelling toward the bench. Vickerman's yelling at Ratan Mays. A lot of yelling going on. And a lot of scoring for United at the moment as they've dragged it back to a 5-point ball game. It was 13 to start this final period after a Tanner Krebs 3. Mitchell wants to push it up the floor. Tucker's across, providing some energy. High five to a spectator that he knocked the ball into.
Well, he wanted that because he wants to get out on the break. Hasn't had a dunk yet.
Don't feel like there's going to be too many games this season where he goes dunkless. He's Krebs.
Not a templess. He'll have a crack.
He certainly hasn't been without an attempt so far this evening. Kadee got the push on Golding. It's thrown down by Gack with a monstrous putback.
He's been super impressive in both outings so far. Gack into double figures now, 10 points. He's got 6 rebounds as well. Really making the most of the opportunity with Harry Froling being rested with that knee injury. That's an offensive foul from Dave Barlow. There's Tucker having another attempt that wasn't going to count. She's lucky he got hung up there. Dave Barlow with the veteran play of hand off and roll into him, and he's going to foul out of this game, is Dave Barlow. Now, don't fact check me on this one, but I'm not sure I've ever seen a retired player foul out of a basketball game.
I don't think they keep many stats for retired players.
Well, there's a first.
You know why? Generally, they're retired.
Generally, they're not on the floor.
So Dave Barlow fouling out just to add some variety into his retirement. Why not? Retired life. Who says it wasn't exciting? Here's Gack. He gets inside on Hook-Porty. Gets underneath. Can't get it to go. The strength from Hook-Porty. He pulls in the rebound. And Tucker calls for a little bit of calm for United. Aquera's back out there. So too Malawatch for United. Hook-Porty, Tucker, and Golding, the lineup for the home team. Hook-Porty working his way on Mitchell, gets underneath, weak side. Gack came across to try and block the shot. There's a foul on the play.
Those little plays from Hook-Porty, really good patience. Got to his spot, but had the opportunity just to finish with his right-hand hook. Mitchell knew that's exactly where he was trying to get spin back to his left hand and get that touch around the front of the rim, but had the opportunity, would have been more open for Hook-Porty, but really wanted to get back to his left. Keep working on that to be able to finish from either hand.
So just over halfway gone in this last period of play. Bullets by 7. Joel Peterson and Peter Hawley with you at Casey Stadium. Plenty more NBL pre-season action to come over the coming weeks. Of course, NBL Blitz next week up in Darwin. Be able to catch all of that action live via the NBL app, the YouTube channel, or nbl.com.au for all your news throughout the course of the week, as well as the live streams as Golding plays some full court defense and forces the turnover.
If you're getting that from your leader, that's going to bring everyone else along. Timeout here from Dean Vickerman.
I think he might have made that shift into second gear, Chris Golding.
Well, I think he just doesn't want, he's a competitor no matter when the game is. He can coast through it, but as I mentioned, he'll flick a switch when he needs to. Just doesn't want to lose. He's showing that throughout his whole career.
Absolute competitor is Chris Golding. So the margin's 6, 72-66. Melbourne led by as many as 7 in the opening half. Brisbane by as many as 13 here in this final period. As the crowd serenades Jordan Caroline of Melbourne United, which is very nice of them.
I think it's going to happen a bit this season. I think they're going to enjoy that. And unfortunately, he's not on the floor because of never happened to his left knee.
Doesn't have the ice on it anymore or the tape, which is maybe a good sign, though.
Well, trying to get a few answers just before, but the positive thing, as we highlighted, was managed to keep playing for a little bit and then walk to the locker room himself. Wasn't with the physio, wasn't with the team doctor. So he just had a chat at halftime and they thought that the risk wasn't worth the reward this early, which is probably the right call. Same with Harry Froling, who's still gone. Got the ice pack on his right knee.
What do you reckon? One more time?
So just over 5 minutes remaining. So no Baines, Sobey, Johnson and Harrison for Brisbane, and Froling sitting out the entirety of the second half, of course. Illy not out there for United, as well as Humphreys and Peatling. Here's Tucker trying to cut back into this margin, throws it to Hook Porty, who can't quite get the handle on it.
That's a great pass. Hook Porty just spilt it. A little pocket pass from Tucker. Is Chris Golding going to sit down? Zach Triplett coming back in, probably to finish this one out.
Golding in discussion with Dean Vickerman as he heads to the bench. Aquera, Tucker, Hook Porty, Melowach and Triplett out there for United. Krebs, Gack, Walker, Mitchell and Kadee out there for Brisbane. Nice defense, poked the ball away, and then Gack ended up with it. He was fouled on the play as he tried to get it to go from close range.
Great defense from Hook Porty, but just fell into the lap of Gack, who, again, just been so impressive. Just getting in the right spots.
He looks like he certainly be a part of this James Duncan rotation. And I mean, when you're getting some value out of a player like Gack, who is in his first campaign in the league and doesn't have the, I guess, doesn't come with the big price tag. And
oh, no doubt. No, that's exactly, and he's going to learn so much. I mean, think about being a young big in the league now. Signed to play with the Bullets and get to learn from Aaron Baines every single day. He's probably no better position to be in. He's going to only get better and better.
Newley's out there for United now. Gack misses the first of 2 at the line, and the crowd getting involved out here at Casey.
Well, Brad Newley's going to have to play the 4 for the rest of this game due to both the injury to Jordan Caroline and Hook Porty's fouled out of this one. 5 fouls to go to 7 points and 7 rebounds. So Brad Newley, veteran, going to slot into the power forward. No Humphreys, Peatling, Caroline or Hook Porty available. Aquera going to play the 5, and then he's going to roll out the small ball.
So the small ball lineup for Melbourne United. 18 seasons in, Brad Newley thought he might have been past playing the 4 as Aquera lines up a triple. Tucker had the hand in the air to count that one. It was a long way short. Walker, who's got 17 on the evening for Brisbane. Tries to put the move on Melowach. Now Gack to Kadee. Mitchell, little head fake, gets inside, offensive foul.
Great take from Brad Newley. Just moving his body, moving his feet. Took it through the chest. He might unlock a little bit of something here in that power forward spot. Mitchell trying to sit down with his 5th foul.
So Mitchell, Barlow and Hook Porty have all fouled out of this ball game. Here's Tucker trying to get the runner to go. Gack pulled down the rebound for Brisbane. He's been a presence inside this evening. Very encouraging signs for the Bullets. Statman. Here's Krebs. He's got 15. Throws it away. Newley in the open court. Behind the back. Poked away by Krebs, who gets it to Kadee in a desperate play on the defensive end. Kadee inside. Gack had it taken away. Here's Tucker. He looks to go all the way. Can't tip it home. Triplett fights for the rebound. He's fouled.
Oh, I'll tell you what became evident in that last 30 seconds when Krebs got that steal. He fell over down behind the baseline near the Brisbane Bullets bench. Every single Bullets player on the bench got up and ran over to him. Now, that is the exact culture that they want to bring back. You got to start somewhere, and it started plenty of time to continue to build into something special.
If you're a Bullets fan and you take something out of tonight that's encouraging it might just be the little moments like that, as Triplett misses the first of 2. Because that's the kind of thing that you can't recruit. You can't go out and recruit for that. You can't chuck money to try and fix that.
No, exactly right. And it's all about getting it built from the bottom up, so that when you do bring in players, new guys like Tyler Johnson, that just end up fitting in seamlessly because it becomes so infectious throughout every single player involved, every single coach as well.
Triplett makes the second of 2, the Keilor product. 6-point ball game with 3 minutes remaining. Kadee inside. Nice move to lay it home with the right hand.
That's what they did all Thursday night. You try to overplay, they're going to backdoor, and someone's going to find you wide open for an easy layup.
Ball movement's been pristine tonight from Brisbane. Tucker 3-ball, way off. Knew it straight away. Newley pulls down the rebound, threw it straight into the shoe of Tucker. Whips the court with a cross-court pass, and he might have taken out the opposition coach. Now there's a tactic.
Well, James Duncan has matrixed that. James Duncan was 0.3 seconds away from copping that right between the eyes. And in the end it looked like David Aquera initially went to grab it and then decided he'll let it go. James Duncan has somehow matrixed to get out of the way. DJ Mitchell on the bench also got out of the way, and I think it's ended up hitting Sam McKinnon.
Keanu Reeves, eat your heart out. James Duncan went into slow-mo there for a moment. Triplett, corner 3-ball. Won't go. Malawach was upstairs to try and drag in the rebound. Gack eventually secures the ball for Brisbane. Margin is 8 the way of the Bullets. Just over 2 minutes remaining here at Casey. Walker, Kadee, Krebs, Gack, and Statman out there on offense for the Bullets, who's let the first 6 points of the game go to United. They've led by as many as 13 here in this final period. Gack goes to work, can't get it to go. Rebound to Aquera. What can Tucker do? That was surely an unsportsmanlike foul on Walker, who tried to wrap him up.
Well, they tried to hide that one. I think he did it a little bit better than the first one.
That looked as close to intentional as you get.
Well, it definitely was intentional. Just luckily didn't get the unsportsmanlike factor. Dean Vickerman's asking for it. Let's be honest, with a minute 47 to go, it's okay with the way it is, because it would have been an early shower. 2 unsportsmanlike fouls in the game before the blitz. Not what anybody wants to see.
Yeah, of course, Walker was the first. Did get the first as well. That was when he was just trying to hold Tucker up when he was running downhill.
Well, from the small sample size we've seen of Tucker, that's impossible to do at full speed. You got to do what Jason Kadee attempted. Flip a coin, pick a direction, and hope that he cleans you up. You might feel it the next day.
As a South Australian, Pete, you'd know those big beaches that they have on the way down the hill into Adelaide to stop the trucks. I think you might need one of those.
Absolutely.
To stop Rajon Tucker.
He is exciting when he gets in transition, full head of steam.
6-point ball game with a minute and a half remaining. Can United muster something late here? Kadee got Aquera in the air, kicks it out to Walker. 2 on the shot clock, spin move, gets it up. Aquera got a hand in there.
Great defense, great team defense from the Bullets. Moving their feet, playing through their chest. Got a piece of it in the end.
I think Malawatch in the end who got a fingertip onto it. And so United get a chance with 1:20 left. Tucker, Malawatch, 3 ball, short. Rebound Aquera, out to Newley, out to Triplett. Yes!
This one's not over yet. United down 3. Good ball movement. That Triplett, he was overdue. 4 before that. He's a knockdown shooter. And the crowd is alive.
They're rising to the moment. Can United rise with them? Brisbane by 3. They've led for the entirety of this final period and much of the second half. Kadee pulls up for 3. That's long. Rebound Tucker. 3-point game. Only a possession in it. Rajon Tucker takes it inside. Kicks it out to Aquera. Back out to Tucker to tie it up. No. Walker was in there for the rebound. Tucker fights for the loose ball. Triplett's there. New 14 for United. Triplett dives on the floor to try and secure it. It's a Brisbane ball.
Great hustle from both players, but Jason Kadee just throwing his body on the line. Oh my, Casey fans aren't too happy.
They're letting their feelings known, and a timeout to Dean Vickerman with 25 seconds remaining.
Had a good look at it and then just couldn't come up with the offensive rebound. Great effort from Jason Kadee. That's what you want from your captain. Putting his body on the line. Let him come up with the possession.
Plenty of entertainment here at Casey. Tucker's got 28. He could have tied things up with a 3 ball. Just couldn't find what he was looking for. 72-75. So Brisbane ball. What's the play from here for Dean Vickerman and United?
Well, you're going to have to foul if you want to extend this game. The issue is they've only got 2 team fouls this quarter, so you've got to do it 3 more times to get them to the stripe. Whether he looks at it of trying to play it straight up with a game that's before the Blitz, but knowing him, he'll want to get to some situational things. Can we just do it as quickly as possible? And it's also a good opportunity for guys like Tucker who aren't aware of maybe the FIBA style of play, that you can't just wrap someone up. It's not the NBA, you can't go up and just touch them. So trying to teach them how to go about intentionally fouling without becoming an unsportsmanlike. A lot of that comes before the ball's even inbounded. If that's the plan, then the umpires know, look, we're going to try and foul, or we're going to go for a steal first and then foul.
So 25.2 remaining. Newley, Aquera, Malawatch, Tucker and Triplett out there for United. As Bark tries to get through the double team and does.
Well, there's one. Took 4 seconds off the clock. Dean Vickerman motioning to do it again. Just run and jump. Send 2 guys to each play, and if they manage to look like they're getting away, someone have a swipe at it.
Walker, Kadee back out there for Brisbane, along with Krebs and Statman. Statman looked long for back. He's going to have to go to Walker. Now Walker, almost the full length of the court to Kadee. They played this well here. Have the Bullets. Rasmus Bark is fouled. That one took 7 seconds off the clock. Brad Newley's directing traffic. So Bullets by 3. Statman gets it inside to Kadee.
There's going to be that 5th foul, send him to the free throw line, but that's not the man you want to send. Jason Kadee.
He's a man who knows how to knock down a free throw or 2, especially in a clutch situation. (75-72) to the Bullets. United by 4 at quarter time. They led by 1 at the half. Brisbane with a 26-13 third period. It's been Melbourne 17-8 here in the last. And Kadeem misses the first. And this Casey crowd can really ramp up the pressure. So can United. Kadeem's money with the second. So 4-point ball game. Newley into Tucker. We know he's got the speed to make something happen. Pulls up. Long. Aquera gets upstairs, knocks it toward the sideline. Tucker takes it away. Spin move. Almost got inside to throw it down. And that's all that's in store here in Casey. And the Bullets take 2 wins from 2 games against United to kick off their NBL preseason campaign. Trailed for most of the first half, turned it around with a dominant third period, and they run out 76-72 winners here at Casey Stadium. 17 points to Devondrick Walker, 15 to Tanner Krebs for the Bullets. And despite 28 from Rajon Tucker, they did enough to get the job done, albeit in rather much closer circumstances than Thursday night, Pete.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, big credit to the Brisbane Bullets. They look like a just completely different outfit in terms of basketball identity, what they're trying to achieve. So they'll be wrapped with both of those games. There's still a long way to go, but to have that as a starting point, James Duncan will sleep so soundly at night when he brings back their superstars. So big ticks all across the board. Kadee was excellent controlling the show in both games, and everybody just did their thing. I'm really excited to see what Tanner Krebs' years looks like. Devondrick Walker, another one. Melbourne United, they showed flashes. A lot better than Thursday night. Had a few injuries to deal with, and the one guy that's really going to make a lot of difference is Shea Ili. You take nothing away. Yes, he doesn't show up on the box score, but having his presence out there will calm so many other players down. But Rajon Tucker, everybody can strap yourself in. They have found one in Tucker.
He's going to absolutely light up NBL season 23. And, of course, Tyler Johnson to come back into that Brisbane team. Hopefully he features in the Blitz over the next little while. Nathan Sobey's not too far away, and Aaron Baines as well, hopefully just around the corner as far as the Brisbane Bullets are concerned. So plenty in store for both of these two teams in season 2022. The Bullets have got New Zealand, Cairns and Melbourne United in their Blitz campaign. And Melbourne United have got Illawarra, Perth, and then they finish off with Brisbane. So they get to see plenty of each other before the season starts. Melbourne's first game in the regular season against New Zealand at John Cain Arena. And, of course, tickets to that and membership still available through the Melbourne United website. They'll be debuting this new home blue strip as well, which you can get at shop.melbourneunited.com.au. And Brisbane's first game away to Perth on October 2. And they have made a bright start to their second season under James Duncan. Pete, good fun?
Great fun. Good to call with you and see everybody at the Blitz.
Absolutely, of course. All that action through the NBL app, the website, on YouTube, via Facebook as well. So every game in the Blitz will be live streamed, so you can catch up with all the action. Pete Hawley will be a big part of the coverage, and the stories up there in Darwin for the NBL Blitz. Bullets too good tonight by 4, 76-72 over Melbourne United. More pre-season action coming your way very soon.